Because there has long been a debate about the relationship between science and philosophy and what debt science owes to philosophy, I once sent an email to Noam Chomsky asking him what he thought. I figured that because he has a foot in each camp, he might have some insight on the issue. He said, well, you can listen to the voices of scientists, for example Einstein, who identified Hume as one of the major influences on his work. By today, philosophy of science is, at its best, closely integrated with advanced work in physics, biology, etc. I looked into this influence that David Hume had on Einstein and found that the philosopher Moritz Schlick once wrote about the philosophical underpinnings of relativity and speculated that Einstein had been influenced by Hume. Einstein wrote a letter to Schlick telling him he was exactly right. Shortly before working on relativity, Einstein read Hume's treatise on human nature and some of the philosophy of Ernst Mach and said, very possibly I wouldn't have come to the solution without those philosophical studies. So this idea that scientists don't need philosophy or that they don't really gain anything useful from the work of philosophers seems to be quite false. In order to do science, you have to work with concepts. And in order to work with concepts competently, you have to work out what those concepts mean and how they logically relate to each other. That work is philosophy, and scientists like Einstein do acknowledge a debt to the work done by philosophers. Gary Edwards recently did a video on this topic, and I recommend you check that out. I'll put a link in the description.